This video will show you how to put together the Lots of Parts Tree Cup, the free SVG from Simply Crafty SVGs. So this freebie is fairly simple. It's just for the Lots of Parts treat box. We have this piece and the two bottom pieces. One's going to be for the inside and one's for the bottom. And then this little panel. So what I would do is you can do it against the table or curl it. You want to curl it, and you could use the end of the table too, like the edge of the table or a tool, but I just use my fingers. Yes, I do have a little ink on my thumb. I can't get it off. I was stamping and got some ink on my finger. Anyways, the same thing with this. You could curl a little bit, but want to be careful of the openings. But I kind of pre-curled it before I put this on. So we're just going to put this on. I think it's better for me upside down. So if you put a really thick cardstock, be careful. It's going to be hard to curve. But it's going to be easier to put this on before. But you could put it on after if you want. So you see right there? So you see how it's kind of centered. And these last ones are not really uniform with these, but it's just how I have it closing. So it's just a quick treat box that you can make. You can make a bunch of them. This is the hardest part, actually. So when you put on the glue, just want to make sure you don't get too close to any of the openings. So you didn't really have to put as much, you just want it to kind of stick. This would be fun to put just a couple like little treats like Hershey Kisses or conversation hearts, like if you have something at work or you wanted to actually give a couple gifts to your friends or friends at work. So I'm just going to center it here. Doesn't have to be perfect. And one thing I didn't mention is there's no need to go all the way to the end. Just make sure you stay above that the dash lines. If I have a solid line, but you could have a dash line. So what we're going to do is we're going to just line this up. So there's some cut lines here on this, but don't fold it. Okay. Also, it's going to bend a little bit, but it'll go a little wonky if you do. So this kind of goes over. You see how that goes over the edge there? We're just going to slide it under this right here. So I'm going to add some glue on this tab, which you don't, like I said, don't fold it. Score it. And I'm lining it up down here. So I got the panel went a little bit crooked on me. But I'm just lining it up down here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get this close at the bottom so the circles will fit just fine. And then I'm just going to go in here with my little fine tip glue applicator and just get the overlapping stuff glued. So you may have to hold that for a second. There's the seam in the back. So if you wanted to, you could put this panel on second. So if you did do it second, you do just the box. And then what I would do, because I've done one already, is line it up with the shapes and kind of center it. Like I said, mine went a little bit off. And then just glue a little bit at a time and just kind of curl it around. So that's how you can do it after the fact. So the way we're going to do this now is the bottom, we're just going to poke them in. And this is really your preference, but I'm using textured paper. So what I'm going to do for this one, this is going to be for the inside. I'm going to add glue to the non-textured side. So I'm using art glitter glue. And it kind of comes, I'm trying to go as far as there. I'm just going to carefully drop it in. Now I could push it, I could do it right like that way, and I'm going to, just knowing that I'm going to get glue on my mat a little bit, but you can wipe that off. If you didn't want to do it this way, you could do it with your hands, or you could do each individual tab. But there's so many tabs there that you might not want to do that. So I'm trying to adjust this one right here. So if you do it on the mat, you can just go ahead and wipe it away. So it's a wet paper towel. And then we'll just immediately add that bottom one. So I'm just going to add glue around on the top of those tabs in the middle. Then making sure that the texture side is down towards the tabs. It'll adhere better and look better too when it's upside down. Like that. Then you just gently rub around the edges, and then you can flip it over and apply pressure from within around the edges on the inside. So there we go. So you could add whatever you want. It's just really quick. So you can just add a couple little pieces of candy, and it hides that back part. I mean, you can see I didn't line that up the best. So this one's a little bit lighter, but the same paper, some printable paper that I found online. And I hope if you find it handy. If you do like the video, please give me a little thumbs up down below and or subscribe. And I thank you so much for watching.